Good morning, guys. You already know what it is. This weekend is AEW All In, what is projected to be the biggest, most attended wrestling show in history. No, we're not counting Collision in Korea because that was a forced attendance record. These people came willingly. But man, listen, I could recall a year ago, even 2 years ago, when people were asking me, could AEW sell out a stadium show? Now, mind you, they were talking about stadium shows in North America. But I always said, we won't know unless they try. They tried, and it worked. Over 80,000 seats have been sold for this show. You don't have to be a fan of AEW, but you have to admit this is impressive, and it's great for wrestling. I've been watching AEW since the very beginning, and I would have loved to come to this show. I actually had seats ready for me to go by some people in AEW, and I obviously cannot make the show now, but I am still going to watch this show no matter what. And you can watch the show with me on YouTube. I will be live on YouTube August 27th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time for this show. Make sure you tune in. And if YouTube is acting up on the bullshit like it usually does from time to time, back up. We will be on TikTok Live as well. I don't go too often very much, so definitely tune in because I want to see you guys there and I want to talk with you guys. That being said, we got 10 matches. Let's go over them. We got to start off with the pre-show. 0 hour. We have the ROH Tag Team Championships on the line between Aussie Open and MJF and Adam Cole. First off, I've been loving the segments and the tag team action with MJF and Adam Cole. They have really become the best thing about AEW. I've been clamoring for an MJF babyface run for ages now. I'm sure you guys recall the video I made a few months back calling MJF one-dimensional. I have definitely turned a new leaf now that he has shown, more character and added more layers to the character and showed that he can be other things outside of just being the same character consistently. And I never doubted that he could, but I'm happy to see that he actually is being something else. And I feel like this match is where we might start pivoting. Because I believe that Aussie Open is going to retain. As cool as it would be to see MJF and Adam Cole as tag team champions, I don't think this is a long-term thing. This match is going to be the catalyst for why these guys have an all-out brawl in the main events. Because they're still on good terms right now. We're still waiting for that double clothesline, which is what they're building up to. Something's going to happen. Someone's going to bot. Someone's going to mess something up. And then they're going to go at it. And then it's going to be like, all right, main event. They hate each other now. We'll talk about the main event afterwards. But I got Aussie Open retaining. A match that was just recently added, we have the AEW World Trios Championships on the line as the House of Black takes on the Acclaimed. Not gonna lie, personally do not think this match needed to happen, especially because Tony Khan loves these 4 or 5 hour long shows. Definitely don't think this needed to be an additional match on the show. This could have happened at All Out, but I could see why people want to be included on the biggest wrestling show in history. So you know what? I get it. House of Black has kind of fallen into the background for me, so whether they win or lose doesn't really matter too much, but I got them retaining. And that's really all I got to say. I don't really feel like this should be a match happening on the show, to be honest. Especially considering All Out is a week after that, and you should start promoting matches for that show too. This definitely should be happening at All Out. But I digress. We have a Fatal 4-Way match for the AEW Women's World Championship between Saraya, Toni Storm, Britt Baker, and Hikaru Shida. 2 Brits being in this match is basically the reason why it's a Fatal 4-Way in the first place, because honestly and truly, I feel like this probably would have been Hikaru Shida versus Britt Baker otherwise. Toni Storm being the former champion obviously makes sense. And Saraya being here is solely because she's British. I don't really see why she's in the match. I know she beat Sky Blue, but she already had a championship opportunity and she lost. And no hate towards Saraya, but I definitely think she's the lesser of the 3. She should get a good pop, though, as well as Toni Storm, so I'm happy for them. Hikaru Shida won the championship out of nowhere, and I was shocked when she did win it. I personally would have kept the title on Toni Storm going into this show, but the fact that Shida is the champion now, I feel like she might as well just keep it, so I'm going to have her retain. Britt doesn't need it. Toni doesn't really need it back right now, because if that's the case, you should have just kept it on her, and I don't really care to see Saraya as champion. Shida retains. A tag team coffin match between Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve Strickland and his new tag team partner, Christian Cage. Just pretend AR Fox is Christian Cage. I cannot find a new match graphic for this in enough time. Another match that I feel like really didn't need to be on the card. It could be at All Out, but like I said, biggest show ever. I can see why they want these talent on the card. Not complaining. Not really a match I'm super excited to see, but I realize the talent involved, it's going to be really good. I'm a little interested to see Sting and Christian go at it. I feel like there could be something there. And I already hear y'all typing like, oh, well, Christian's in the match and we heard about him. Do you think Edge is going to be in the match? Do you think Edge is going to be all in? All elite? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be entering in this match. I think Christian was just thrown in here because, Christian's on a card, biggest show of the year. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. But I have talked to a couple people in AEW, and I have heard a couple things y'all might want to hear in a separate video. Dun, dun, dun! All right. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. But back on the topic of this match, I got Darby and Sting winning. It's a coffin match. Darby wins coffin matches, so makes sense to me. We got a trios match between Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Elite, versus the team of Konosuke Takeshita, Juice Robinson, and Jay White. Firstly, I love all the iterations we're getting in this match. We're getting Kota and Jay White again. We're getting Kota and Konosuke Takeshita. It's going to hit hard. Omega Takeshita. We get Omega and Jay White again. We get Omega and Juice again. We get Hangman and bruh. This match goes crazy when you think about it. This might be the match I'm most looking forward to on the entire card, honestly. I know they're teasing Kenny Omega versus Takeshita at All Out, which, do it. I'm going to be there. Please do it. My prediction, I got the team of Takeshita, Jay White, and Juice Robinson winning with, I'm going to say, Takeshita pinning Omega, which will really lead in to Omega versus Takeshita at All Out, where Omega will get his win back. A first time ever encounter between Chris Jericho and Will Ospreay. Now, I know a lot of people were angry at this match because they wanted it to be Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, and we can already assume this match is going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom 17 or 18, Wrestle Kingdom 18, which is the reason why it's not happening now. And we got Chris Jericho instead. Is it a step down? Yes, it is. Match quality wise, it is a step down. However, I wouldn't sleep too much on Chris Jericho in this match. We all saw his run last year when he was having those singles matches with everybody under the sun and just having really good matches. That was only a year ago. Jericho could easily pull back into that, and against Will Ospreay, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world today, oh yeah, this is going to be Chris Jericho's greatest match of all time. Obviously. No doubt to my mind, this is going to be a great match. Now, I think it not being for the IWGP UK Championship is kind of crazy, but it's an AEW show. That's not an obligation. However, even though the championship's not on the line, I do got Will Ospreay winning, because why would Chris Jericho win this match? I just hope Will Ospreay does something at All Out, because I'm going to be there. We got the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line between FTR and the Young Bucks. Now listen, the whole Cash Wheeler situation that went on, we already know he's going to be there because obviously the UK is fine with it. It's a pending charge going on, but apparently it's fine. They've had 2 matches in the past, and all of them are great. I have no doubts about this match being great, if not better than that. This match honestly can go either way. However, I'm going to go out of left field and say the Young Bucks win this match. Completely unaffiliated with the charges he has. You can even say that might be part of the reason why. I just got this feeling that the Young Bucks are getting the titles back at All In because, it's All In. AEW, that's their show. Why not? And if this were to be a thing, I would definitely want to see them versus the Young Bucks for the Tag Team Championships. I mean, come the fuck on. Or a triple threat tag team match? Hold on a second. Nah, on a real note, I got the Young Bucks winning this match. CM Punk is defending the Real World Championship against Samoa Joe. Might I just say, I hate the term Real World Championship. Is that even recognized as an actual title in AEW? I gotta check the website real quick. Hold on, this is my first time on the website in a minute. This actually looks really clean now. But notice how there's no CM Punk? Yeah, it's not a real championship. But we shall roll with whatever CM Punk wants to do. I think it's pretty obvious that CM Punk retains here. If there is going to be a title unification between him and either MJF or Adam Cole, it's not going to be with Samoa Joe. It's going to be with CM Punk. All Out is the next show coming up. So if that were to happen, who would think it would be at All Out, right? That's not my prediction. I'm just saying if it's a possibility. And finally, the main event, MJF versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship. The real World Championship. Now, because there is a pay-per-view the following week, it could be very tempting to do a title change here and then just have MJF win it back. Arguably, that'd be either really cool or really dumb, depending on where you fall on the spectrum. But I feel like because that element is right there, it's a possibility now. Now, my prediction, I'm just throwing it out there. You know what? I got my London jacket on. Fuck it. We gonna go with that prediction anyway. I'm gonna go with MJF getting his shit rocked by Adam Cole, cheating with the brass knuckles or the diamond ring, and wins the championship. And we get a rematch of All Out, and probably MJF wins it back. I might be stupid, but we going with it anyway. What are your predictions for All In? Comment down below. Let me know. And we're going to talk about this later.